Yes, to a larger extent.
Yes.
Yes. We have given a lot of attention to the girl child.
Yes.
And have neglected the boys. And this came because previously, girls were never schooled.
Yes.
People used to see the boy as the child, and the girls were not given attention. That is in the 20th century. But in the 21st century, I think the millennium, one of the millennium goals, was to also make sure we work on what we call the gender balance.
Yes.
And probably the seesaw went the other way. And we gave so much attention to the girl, we forgot the boy. We thought that he's okay. He's neglected and he's fighting with issues to do with identity, lack of role models in the society. The father figure is amiss. Remember, there is one of our ministers, past, who is apparently who is late. Sorry for that. He wrote a book on how to become a father in a fatherless society. Because we have half of the boy is grappling with opportunities that are rare, and the boy is lacking the father figure. Apparently every child, majority of children have their mothers to identify with.
Yeah, sure.
But they may not match the fathers. So that is where the issue is coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this case, with all this, who dropped the ball? Where or at what point did we drop the ball?
The society. The society, because even those fathers who have issues becoming a father, it is a society that neglected them at one point. So it's a systemic failure is a systemic issues by the society. And when you talk about the society, you're talking about the government, the church, the community leaders, the culture. The culture was had a very strong balance, ensured that men can do their work as women do their work. So in God's design, he created both male and female. The design of God was perfect. But now we have issues, we have questions I may not answer. Because today, boys don't want to get married. Girls don't want to get married. Where did this come from? It's a new trend. You'd rather have people keeping pets rather than having children. You'd have is an issue that is affecting us. God intended that a child should be, even look at animals. And I want to give you an example of geese because I love birds. When the geese, the female one, is sitting on the eggs, is laying the eggs, the male is there guarding the eggs. When the female they sit on eggs, they brood the eggs alternatively. Look at the jungle, the lions. They will walk in pairs. What befall of us? Who cast us? What is the issue? Because that is a reflection. Children are picking what they can see, and some of them detest. They would never want to get married because they have seen abusive marriages for their parents, and they would rather stay single. So addressing the issue of the boy child now at the level of the school, we have to be deliberate. We have to be deliberate. And as a school, what we have done, and I have championed the issue of balancing the female teachers and the male teachers. Because the boy is feeling neglected. And I want to tell you, from age 3 to age around 10, when they go to upper primary, ECD, the early years education, and the lower grades, they are with the female teachers. Majority schools, including in my school, we have lady teachers. I want to bring to you an aspect called the Oedipus theory, or the erectra. In boys, it's called the Oedipus. Is where they, at age 4, they attach more to the opposite sex.
Yes.
The boys attach to the mother,
Yes.
and they have anger and jealousy towards the father. Akijaribu kuja kwa territory yake ambayo ni mamake. And the girls has the erectra complex, which is the opposite of this. They want to be more attached with the father. They want to lie with the father on the couch. They want to be held hands by the father. They want to drive in the car with the father. They have an attraction, an unconscious sexual attraction towards the father.
Yes.
So if that child did not go through about child development, if they did not experience that with their own fathers,
Yes.
they will do that with the strangers. If they did not have a chance to do that with the strangers because of the restriction,
Yes.
you and I know that in development, there is what we call stagnation. Fixation, exactly. They will still remain fixated.
Yes.
So that is why you're finding girls and boys, akipenda mtu akose kumpenda,
Yes.
anajua. Because there is something that they did not complete at the rightful stage.
Yes.
So is an extension of the same, or it was delayed. It was postponed to today.
Yes.
And that is why they are having issues. Yes.
Wow. that is huge.
Yeah.
And I think that now calls us as parents, or even a society, to reinvent how we are raising our boys and girls.
Yes. Right from school.
Yes.
When HIV, AIDS, there are things we call emerging issues,
Yes.
which the society addresses through curriculum.
Yes.
Why are we having change of curriculum? It is because there are emerging issues that need to be addressed.
Yes.
The job market needs have changed.
Yes.
So with that, with now the single parenthood on the rise,
Yes.
meaning there is a social failure somewhere.
Yes.
So we need to fix it through what we are doing. And that is why there is issue of parental involvement in the current the CBC.
Yes.
There is teaching of ethical, the values.
Yes.
We emphasizing ethics, values like love,
Yes.
compassion, forgiveness. Why unity? Why we are trying to see if we can go back to the moral value, to the moral system, where a child will love, they will forgive. When they saw the father hit the mother, they will try and forgive.
Yes.
But it has to start at the context of the school level, where they forgive each other. But now, what I wanted to come to is to say we have to show the importance of a marriage.
Importance of marriage. Wow. Talking of marriage, let's go forward and talk about the role of a man or a father with the boy-child growth or development.
Is what you had asked is mentorship.
Yes.
Is I told you CBC in the previous video that we did. We talked about the boy. We talked about mentorship. We have to mentor. The word is mentor.
Yes.
We have to be there for them to model what we do. Children are a mirror of the society. So when they see that marriage is working,
Yes.
the union between their father and mother is pleasant, is good, they will admire.
Yes.
And when they are even doing their own, what you call wakicheza watoto,
Yes.
you will see them try to mimic their parents.
Yes.
And they would want to act as a father and a mother. Do you think many children just hide and see children play? Do you think they would want to try that? Even if they did it, they would want to paint a father as somebody who is very harsh, or a mother that is shouting and calling names to the husband.
Yes.
because that is what the society. So let us mentor them. And it's just like practical witnessing, where we say, you witness through word and deeds. Children pick. We say children are 70% visual and 30% audio. They learn more from what they see to an extent of 70% or thereabout, and like what you tell them. Don't smoke. Cigarette kills, and you're and you're a chain smoker. It won't work. They will want to do what they see you do. If you fight your wife, they will also see it that it is okay to do it.
Something acceptable.
Yes. So we have to be deliberate. We have to mentor, and mentorship will go along with what we call when role modeling. Yes, we have to be role models. Exactly. So that is what we need. So the father has to be deliberate. Be present. Be present and walk with the boy. Also, go home and do your duties. Be responsible. They will be responsible. Try engaging them and understanding their stages. If your son loves singing, go to those karaoke where they are singing. If they are footballers, go get to the screen and watch with them the football, or go to the pitch, to the stadium where they are playing. So we have to mentor them. We have to be, the same word applies, we have to be intentional. Yeah. We have to be deliberate. Wow.
Let's go forward on the same thing and talk about the issue of single mothers, and especially those who are raising boy child. And maybe from your own observation, I don't know, maybe you could ask, what have you observed? Is there some challenges, some positivity, some negativity? What have you observed in that context?
I am going to shock you with what I'm about to tell you. Ladies, ladies are, they don't give up. So you think you're leaving your wife ati maisha yake itaenda segemnege. They don't give up. I want to give you statistics, though I don't have the data. When releasing KCPE and KCSE, some of the brightest boys and girls we have in this country are brought up by single parents. So let me talk about the single mothers, because they are the majority. So they are intentional. And when they are abandoned by their lovers, I think they vow to make sure they succeed. And the way to succeed and make the fathers realize they went wrong, they take care of this seed they sired together with the man. And I want to tell you, some of the greatest people in this country, some, I've not said all, are coming from single parent family and are single. Their mothers are single. But I think women vowed to make sure they take care of what God gave them. So it's a warning shot to men. Please don't dare abandon your child. Otherwise, sorry, can I quote the Adreti? Wanjiro, what did you call him? The guy from Nyahururu. The Wanjiro, he was called, I cannot remember the name, but you used to call him, he was a marathoner. Wanjiro was brought up by a single mother. You remember? And as a man, you have left such a boy only wanting to identify with him after the success. So let us identify with the challenges so that we can be happier when reaping from the benefits of the input. Otherwise, I've seen this, I don't know if it is in the Bible. Most of the men who have neglected their children and their wives took care of them, when they want to identify them after they are successful, it's like a curse. Ukikula mali ya huyo mtoto, you don't go 2-3 years. You have to die, and they die. And I want to send you to go to the society, to the community where you live. It's not a Pharisee. I want to tell you, I think that is happening. If you don't take care of them, don't go for what they later. Let them not give you trip to US, give you money to build, if you didn't bring them up.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Because it's like a curse.
Wow.
Yes.
You had that. You had that. I hope that should be serve as a warning. So, the last question I want to ask, it's now the same case about, we've seen that they've told me that there's a key role for a man in a boy child. Either it's a biological father or it's a father figure in the society, an uncle, or maybe a spiritual father or something in the role of the life of a young boy. So in this case of a single mother who is raising boys, there's something that you can advise them. What can they do to ensure that the boy they are raising also have a father figure for mentorship, some sort of role modeling?
Our God is very faithful.
Yes.
He has provided enough resource.
Yes.
I know, James, you come from a church. You come from a community somewhere. And I know you will be very happy to take care of boys who are willing to be mentored.
Yes.
I am very happy in this school
Yes.
when I find interacting with those boys.
Yes.
And I've seen even my male teachers really take a lot of pride in working with them. I have teachers who play football with those children here and they love it. So what I want to say is that I have a lot of regard for single ladies. And I want to say that I salute them because I have quite a number, even in the school. In the church where I come from, I'm a church elder. And what we can do is, I want to encourage them never to give up the fight.
Sure.
They can even end up bringing up better persons than even those coming from families where both parents are there, because they are intentional and they know what they want to address. So let them get hooked up, hook their children to responsible men in the society. Let them identify with the society, be it the church where they go, and they make sure they have friends in the church. Responsible people, people who cannot mislead them. In the neighborhood where they come from, you still can identify. During initiation, we had to look for a mentor to take care of the boy. It's the same thing. Start it earlier and let them work with. It may be an uncle, a relative. It may be a cousin. It may be a neighbor. A church, in the church there is an usher you identify, or a youth member. Make sure they have a male figure, because the roles of a man cannot be fully taught and understood by a lady. And they shouldn't give up. It's also good to say there is modern parenting where even though they are separated, they still allow the father to play their role. Most of these parents, though they are separated, the cause of separation is not the children. In most cases, it is disagreement between the lady and the gent. So I know most of them have a lot of love for the child. The only warning is that let them avoid over pampering their children. If you see that your husband, former husband, or the father to your child is over pampering, then you have to control so that you bring up a child who is balanced. Yes.
Wow. Amazing. My name is James. We're having this conversation and we're having a conversation on boy child. How do we raise boy child who are strong, who understand their identity, and you got it, you had that. So I want to bring a closure to this conversation, and I want you to just watch out the next video, because we're going to talk about the girl child. So bye-bye from now.